this evening. I'm Leanne McCall, and I'm the proud principal here. Welcome to our orientation, if you will, for our class of 2025. We are looking forward to having you all here at Lowndes High School this upcoming year. The purpose of this evening will be for you all to talk about and get some information on your academic and elective endeavors for next school year. Parents, we certainly encourage you, if you have questions, feel free to ask those of us. We're certainly going to be here after tonight's event concludes, but you can also reach us by email or phone call, or certainly reach out to your middle school counselors. They'll be glad to assist you as well. And then also, later on in the school year, shortly before next school year starts in August, we will have what we call Ignite 2025. And at Ignite, that's an opportunity for you to learn more about extracurriculars, clubs, athletics, things for your child to get involved in outside of the school day. So the purpose, once again, of this evening is for you to really take a look at your academic and elective endeavors for next school year. And then in August, we'll have more information for you about clubs and extracurriculars. Once again, thank you all for coming out tonight, and please let us know if we can ever be of any service to you. Have a great evening.
Welcome. I'm Krista Pearson. I'm one of the assistant principals at Lowndes High School, and it's my honor to work with you all tonight as you make the transition from middle school to high school. Certainly would like to thank the faculty and staff at Pine Grove under the leadership of Mr. Clemens and Ms. Henley and Ms. Carswell for preparing you all for the transition here. We'd also like to thank Mr. Dixon and Ms. Mayfield Harrison for the great job they do as your school counselors and assisting with this process. I wanted to give you a little bit of information about the academic portion of registration. And I also wanted to let you know that we have already been working with the teachers and the counselors at Pine Grove Middle to assist in this transition. We met with the teachers and provided them some guidelines and had some conversations with them about the different courses at the high school. They do an awesome job of helping your students select academics so that as a family you all can focus on right now transitioning to high school in the elective areas. So we'll be providing some information about both of those things, but just know that at this point in the process, your focus is going to be on picking pathways and extracurricular activities and electives for your student for next year. As you go through this process, you will see that our academics are offered at a variety of different levels. First of all, be assured that all of our courses are taught at the college preparatory level, so we are encouraging all students to pursue post-secondary endeavors once they leave Lowndes High School, and so all of our classes are taught at the college preparatory level. We do offer honors courses which expose students to a more demanding and academically challenging curriculum, and it really builds for student success at the college as well as for advanced placement courses. In the academic areas as well as the elective areas, for some courses we offer advanced placement courses. These are our most rigorous experiences for students who are actually taking college level coursework while they are in high school. These are taught by Lowndes High teachers. And so just keep in mind when you see AP, that is a college level course equivalent. And it would be the same as a course at Valdosta State College or the University of Georgia or other post-secondary institutions. So just as you look over registration sheets, you may see those denoted on the courses. Did want to spend a few minutes talking about mathematics courses because that seems to be where we have the most options for students. So just so you are aware, we will work with the math teachers and provide guidance for them as they provide guidance to you about courses that your student may take. We do offer a Foundations of Algebra course, which is a one-semester course for students who are substantially lacking in mathematics skills and may need that to bolster their other mathematics courses. We also offer Algebra 1. We offer Algebra 1 that's with support and year long for students who really need to do math every day. The Math 1, the support and the year-long course is much like what students take now, where they have math every day all year. We do also have Algebra 1 at the college prep level, which meets for one semester only and covers all of the coursework in 18 weeks. We have Algebra 1 Honors for those students who are advanced mathematically. And for students who've actually taken Algebra 1 as a middle school student, they will be registered for Geometry Honors at the high school. Again, please reach out to us if we can assist you with academic concerns, but know that the middle school teachers are experts and have met with us and talked with us a good bit about the expectations of those courses at the high school level. So please trust their judgment as they make those recommendations for you. We will be around this evening after the presentation if you have specific questions. At this point, I'm going to hand the mic over to some of our guidance counselors to give you some more information about Lowndes High School.
Good evening, I'm Dana Hutchinson. I'm one of 6 counselors at Lowndes High School. I want to talk to you about our schedule, or your child's schedule next year. Lowndes High School is on a 4x4 block schedule, which offers 8 educational opportunities and choices for students each year. There are 2 18-week semesters per school year, and the first semester is August through December, and the second semester is January through May. Students attend 4 classes a day, which are 90 minutes long. Students earn 1 credit for each class passed with a 70 or higher, so you have to have a 70 or better to pass the class and get the credit. Most students will have 2 academic classes and 2 electives each semester. So you'll have English and math one semester, and then the second semester you may have science and social studies, and then your 2 electives. Promotion requirements. You don't move on to the next grade unless you have the required credits, and you need 6 credits to be in the 10th grade. You get 8 choices and 8 chances of credits in the 9th grade. So if you pass all 8, then yeah, you made it to 10th grade. But if you fail a couple, then you got to make sure you at least have 6 credits to move to the 10th grade. You need 13 credits to move to the 11th grade and 20 to be a senior. Okay. So a sample schedule would look like that. First semester, 18 weeks, you might have algebra, physical science, college prep or honors, and then health and personal fitness may be one of your electives, and then you'll have an elective that you choose on the sheets tonight or for the next week. Then the second semester, you're going to have 2 more academics. If you're in a year-long math, you'll have algebra support first semester and then year-long second semester, and then you'll have an extra academic, and then you'll only have 1 actual elective that you would go to on that sample schedule there. About block scheduling. So the grades are cumulative for the entire semester, which is completely different than what you're used to at the middle school level. When you start in August, your grade starts. The very first grade you make in English, the very first grade you make in science, social studies, even intro to technology or any of your electives, they all count. So every grade you make counts towards your final grade. Your final grades don't end until December when you have your finals for that class, and then your grade becomes final and you start 4 new classes in January. So you can have, most 9th graders have a false security that they'll have time to pull it up. Oh, I got till the end of the year to pull it up. No, you don't. You have until December to get this grade fixed if it's bad, or higher if you need it to be higher. before you are switched and given another academic class. And so this makes attendance crucial for coming to school, like sitting in class. It is very crucial that you're there, because when you're not there, it's like you're absent for 2 days when you're only absent 1. You miss more material on a block schedule than you do on a traditional day schedule. You're in that class for 90 minutes a day. Just think, if you're absent 1 day, you've missed 90 minutes of instructional time. Okay. All right. Ms. Cooper is going to talk to you about graduation requirements. I don't know what keeps jumping. There you go.
I'm Erica Cooper. I'm one of the counselors. I serve students who have the last name or the last part of the alphabet. I start with last names that begin with STR, and I go all the way through Z. And we keep our students for all 4 years while they're in high school, and we do split up by their last names as part of the alphabet. So I'm going to answer the question tonight of what does it take to graduate from high school. I know you guys haven't even got here yet, but I'm sure you're wondering. Just like in middle school, you're going to have every subject every year. So to graduate from high school, we require 4 classes or 4 credits in English, 4 in social studies, 4 in science, and 4 math classes. The difference is that they are very specific in each of those subject areas, and unlike in middle school, if you don't pass one of them, you have to retake it. So you have to continue to take those classes over and over until you pass it. So I tell my students, you might as well pass it the first time, otherwise you're going to sit in there for another half a year retaking it. In addition to those academics that you have to graduate, everyone has to have a health and personal fitness credit. We go ahead and give that to the students when they're in the 9th grade. One caveat to that is if they are in the JROTC program, 3 classes in that JROTC program will equal a health and personal fitness credit. And then in addition to those, they've got to have 3 credits or 3 units from any combination of our CTE electives, and CTE stands for Career Technical Agricultural Education, and they can pick from any of the areas, or they can take 3 classes in the fine arts area, or 3 classes that are in the dramatic area. That would be all the fine arts, visual arts, drama, chorus, and band, or they could do 3 classes in one of our world languages. At our high school, we offer Spanish and French on campus. And of those 3 units that are required, it could be any combination of any of those areas. It does not have to be 3 from that same area. But they do have to have a pathway. We like for them to complete a pathway, and we try to tie the pathway that they choose to a career that they may be interested in for the future, or a program that they may want to study in college. We're going to talk a little bit more about the different CTE pathways that we offer, but I'm going to go into a little bit of detail as far as what the general areas of pathways might be. So we do have a fine arts pathway, and most pathways are completed with 3 credits from that pathway. In the CTAE area, they're in the same focus, the same content area. In fine arts, they could be any 3 visual arts classes, any 3 band classes, any 3 of our drama or theater classes, or any 3 of our chorus classes, but they do have to be in that same content focus area. We also have a world language pathway, and that would be when a student takes 3 classes in the same language. So again, I said we have Spanish and French here on our campus, but we also have students that deviate from those and do some online courses in several of the areas that Georgia Virtual School offers. So that's an option as well. Of course, we've got, like I said, the CTAE pathways, and we're going to talk more about those in a moment. But we really do have a lot of those CTAE career pathways. So any student that tells you that there's just no elective that they want to take and they don't know what they want to do, is more than likely not true, because we do have, as you can see on the sheet that you got, a lot of electives that are available. The last pathway that we have is our advanced academic pathway, which would be taking one advanced placement class or one dual enrollment class, and that would be in addition to the major requirements that are under all of the academic areas to graduate, and 2 of the foreign language classes. So you can see all of those there, the different content areas. We begin with our AP classes in the 9th grade, and then of course as each year progresses we have more and more that are available, and that would be an area that they could take and finish a pathway in. Mr. Newton's going to talk to you about our different CTE pathways so that you can get a little more information about those.
Good evening and welcome, class of 2025. My name is John Newton. I'm the CTE director here for Lowndes County Schools. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the pathways that are available to you in our CTE areas to share a little bit about that with you. Our first area in business, education, and finance, we have 4 different pathways, including advanced accounting, personal finance, entrepreneurship, and business communications. The first course in this pathway is Introduction to Business and Technology. This course helps develop fundamental computer and management skills demanded by business and industry. In information technology, we offer 2 different pathways, including programming and web and digital design. The first course in both pathways is Introduction to Digital Technology. In this course, students will learn more about the digital world and how it impacts them, society, and the business world. We also offer a marketing and management pathway. The first course in this pathway is Marketing Principles. Students in this area will address all the ways in which marketing satisfies consumer and business needs and wants for products and services. Students will also help plan and run a school store when the new school opens. In agriculture education, we have 19 different pathways, including animal mechanical systems, forest and animal science, forest mechanical systems, horticulture mechanical systems, plant mechanical systems, and horticulture and forest science. The first course in all these pathways is basic agricultural science. If you have taken this course in the middle school, you may select the next course in the pathway as outlined on your assignment sheet or registration sheet. In automotive technology, 2 different pathways are available to you, with the beginning pathway being automobile maintenance and light repair. Students will begin with basic maintenance and light repair, where they will learn about basic automotive systems, including suspension, steering, brakes, electrical, engine components, and the diagnostics of all these systems. The engineering and technology pathway is another popular course of study. The first class in this pathway is Foundations of Engineering and Technology, where students will get an overview of engineering technology and the engineering design process through classroom and lab activities. Drafting design offers 2 different pathways, including architectural drawing and design and engineering drafting and design. The first course in both pathways is Introduction to Drafting and Design. In this course, students will learn the basics of computer-aided drafting and design using the latest Autodesk software. In graphic communications and design, 2 different pathways are also offered. These include graphic design and graphic communications. The first course in both pathways is Introduction to Graphics and Design. In this course, students will learn about printing, publishing, packaging, and how to use the latest Adobe software. If you're interested in food nutrition pathway, the first course would be Food Nutrition and Wellness. In this course, students investigate through hands-on activities and interrelationships of food, nutrition, and wellness to promote good health. For students interested in design and decorating, the interior design pathway may appeal to their creative side. The first course in this pathway is Foundations of Interior Design. In this course, students will gain a knowledge of history and types of interior furnishings and the various aspects of interior design through classroom and lab activities. The Air Force Junior ROTC program offers many paths in the aerospace science area. These areas include survival, flight science, space exploration, and many, many more. The mission of these courses are to develop cadets' character and citizenship, to promote community service, and to instill personal responsibility and self-discipline. The following 4 pathway areas are not open to you as an incoming ninth grader. However, students may begin these as their sophomore year begins. Audio video technology and film pathway for students interested in all aspects of video and audio production. The first course in this pathway is audio video technology and film. Students in this course will learn the basics of audio video equipment, their proper uses and techniques for production. The teaching as a profession pathway is an application-based pathway, and it's also available to you as a 10th grader. The first course in this pathway is examining the teaching profession, where students will study, apply, and practice the use of current technologies, effective teaching and learning strategies, create an effective learning environment, and explore many different careers in education. We also offer a culinary arts program pathway where students are interested in careers in restaurant and hospitality industries. The first course in this pathway is Introduction to Culinary Arts, where students learn about food safety, skills, terminology, and fundamental techniques through classroom and lab activities. And finally, Healthcare Science offers 3 different pathways, including Allied Health and Medicine, Patient Care, and Sports Medicine. The first course in these pathways is Introduction to Healthcare Science, which provides students with a general understanding of healthcare fields, medical terminology, and the practical application of patient care. As an added area, not a pathway, but to supplement the pathways, we also offer work-based learning opportunities available to students as they complete the pathway and able to leave campus as a licensed driver, typically juniors and seniors. Students have earned over $850,000 last year as a whole from working in these work experiences. Ideally, students will work in jobs related to their pathway. As you came in, you may have seen or heard some of the videos playing. Please visit our CTE Pathway videos for more information about these pathways I've talked about tonight. They are located on the Lowndes High School website under LHS and then departments, CTAE. These videos show the pathway from our students' perspective and were student produced. Thank you again for your attention tonight.
Good evening. My name is Sherry Dorsett. I'm the drama teacher here at Lowndes High School, and I want to share some information tonight with you about our fine arts programs. Our chorus department is made up of the women's chorus, mixed chorus, and our audition group, the Viking Cantors. They perform at numerous public events, take part in all state chorus, and compete throughout the year. They put on a concert at the conclusion of the fall and spring semesters. Our award-winning drama department, also called LHS Off-Broadway, offers numerous classes at the beginning, intermediate, and advanced levels, as well as an active drama club. We perform several productions throughout the year, and we compete in region and state festivals. Our visual arts program offers many dynamic outlets for our students, including drawing, painting, ceramics, and advanced placement art. Our student works are displayed yearly around the school and in the community, culminating with an art show that takes place each spring. We currently have an exhibit at the Turner Center for the Arts. The band department is made up of the Lowndes High School Georgia Bridgman Marching Band, as well as the 3 concert bands, jazz bands, percussion, ensemble, and the Winter Guard programs. If you missed an important informational meeting on February 25th, please have your child see his middle school band director for the information. The LHS Fine Arts Department is excited for the completion of the state-of-the-art Performing Arts Center that will be here on campus in the next academic year. As a comprehensive fine arts area, we look forward to a bright future as we endeavor to work together collaboratively for the benefit of our arts students. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Horace Walker. I'm one of the assistant principals here at Lowndes High, and I just want to talk to you about some of the things that our teachers do around here to help your students be successful and also stay in touch with you. Students will have the opportunity, if they have an assignment that's missing, or if they need extra help, or if they're actually behind in a class. Teachers have afternoon posted tutoring schedules, so they need to make sure that if they need to have an opportunity to make up an assignment or catch up on work, they actually get in contact with the teacher and set up a time during their tutoring sessions. The purpose of these tutors is to extend and refine skills and or to make up missed assignments. Many teachers utilize technology to stay in touch with parents, such as Remind, Google Classroom, and emails, things that you're already familiar with, because I know I was over at Pine Grove last year, so I know how they communicate. Teachers update grades weekly in Parent Portal. And then the next thing, what are some things that you can do to help your child succeed? Check Parent Portal, stay on top of your students' grades, because like they said earlier, grades are from 18 weeks, so you're doing an entire year-long class and a semester, so it's going to be important to make sure that you keep up with your kids' grades. Communicate with your child's teachers through email or the Google Classroom. Ask your child daily about his or her school day. Take a look at the completed homework assignment and check it for accuracy. Arrange after-school tutoring when necessary. Contact your child's guidance counselor if you would like to have a conference with a teacher. And lastly, we would like to encourage you to get your kids involved in extracurricular activities. We have a whole plethora of them here at the high school. Research has shown that kids that are involved in some type of activity seem to do better academically. Maybe it's because when they get finished with the extracurricular activity, they don't have a whole lot of time to play around. They know they got to go ahead and do their homework as opposed to putting it off until later. So talk with your kids, explore some of the extracurricular activities, and we look forward to seeing you all next year.
Good evening. My name is Dan Chapius. I'm another one of our assistant principals, and my job is to oversee the special education department. And so just a little bit of information for you. If your student currently has an IEP or a 504 plan, that will come up to high school with them, and we'll make sure that gets put into place as soon as they walk through the doors of Lowndes High School. Wanted to let you know just a little bit about how we teach academics for our students with IEPs. We've got two environments that we teach in. One is a co-taught environment where we're going to have two teachers in the room. Both teachers will be certified in content. However, one will be certified in special education to serve those students with IEPs. The other one, our more supportive environment, is a small group setting where we'll have one teacher in the classroom who's certified in both content and special education, and they'll be in a classroom of 10 to 15 students. That's our most supportive environment. While the registration process is going on, I would encourage you, if you have questions on that and what learning environment is best for your student, to contact your student's case manager at Pine Grove Middle, and they'll be able to talk through that with you as they're going to make recommendations for us as to where to best place your student. I'll be available if you have questions regarding special education, or if you have questions regarding 504 plans. I'll be available after this presentation. I'll be standing right over by the big wooden Viking over here and be happy to answer any questions you may have. Last piece of information for you. Your student is going to be assigned a counselor by alphabet, so you can look up here, and the person you see that corresponds to your last name will be your student's counselor until they graduate in May of 2025. And that concludes the Lowndes High portion of our presentation. I'm now going to turn it over to the guidance department from Pine Grove Middle, and they'll take you through with some specifics on registration at the middle school.